All right, class, welcome to another video by Johnny IELTS. So in this video, class IELTS 43, they are doing their regular speaking practice. So class, let's start with a random topic here. It's remembering people's names. Let's try it. So Miss Tran, please, is it easy to remember the names of people?
I think it depends. For me, most of the Vietnamese name I can remember easily. I normally link the name of people to some object so that or a story so that I can remember easily. But for some foreign name, it's hard to remember 100%.
100%.
A
It's
hundred
hard to
percent.
remember 100%. Okay, because it's more natural to say that. Now, so how about you? Is it easy to remember the names of people?
Oh, I'm not good at remember other names.
You're
If
not good
I
at remembering people's name, no?
yes,
You have to answer with a no. Be careful. Because no, I'm not. Okay? Not yes, you're right. Okay?
yes,
Cẩn thận cái vụ này. Yes, no nha. Cẩn thận.
yes.
Okay. All right. You should answer with a no. So, Miss Trúc, please, what do you do to help you remember people's names better?
Or to help me remember people name better, I
Better?
usually
I
better.
usually.
I usually um observe carefully their uh features on his face or some uh to to remember his 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 his
To
name
remember their
by
names, right?
to remember their names.
Mhm.
At first, it's hard to remember people name, but
People's names
people name just you need to call their name often.
often, yes.
Often it can help sometimes.
I think so too, because remember people's name, you have to repeat their names many times. That's how you can remember. Or I think one other way is to link their names with an object or a thing. Like, for example, you can link their names with some of their features. But sometimes I think that's really rude. Like, for example, say if someone name is say Hannah, and they are linked with the characteristic of being hilarious or very clumsy. So people often say clumsy Hannah. That is rude, but it helps people remember people's name better, I think. Or sometimes you can link the people's name with an object that they often carry. Like, for example, if someone often carry, can I say, a Gucci bag, and the name it's say Lily. I can say like, hey, Gucci Lily, Gucci Lily. Well, sometimes I think it's okay. That helps because it links their name with an object they often carry or something like that. So what do you think, Miss Tran? What do you do to help you remember people's names better?
For me, I usually link people name with a story. For example, like a person named Back, which means north, and he from Hanoi.
Bắc,
So
right? You mean Bắc, right?
yeah, Back.
Exactly, right, Bắc.
Yeah,
Of course, it's
yeah,
from north.
yeah,
That is a very, very northern name.
yeah. So and the and the second way that I usually use is that I repeat. I try to call his or her name when I meet them, so that I train my brain to remember the name of people because I'm working in sales industry
In
and
sales industry, sales industry.
sales industry. So remembering a people name is very important, and calling their name also show my respect to them.
Exactly. If you remember people's names, it's actually a way to show respect. So, Miss Rupley, so will you forget other people's names if they also forget your name?
Oh, it depends on how often
Depends on. It depends
this
on. It
depends
depends on. It depends on.
it depends on how often I miss them or communicate with them. But sometimes suddenly I can't remember my friend's name because I call her by nickname,
By
for
the nickname,
example,
right?
by her nicknames, for
Hmm.
example. But if you really have impressions on someone,
Mhm.
you hardly forget their name, even they forget yours.
Interesting. So, so tell me, Miss Drup, do you think it is important to remember people's names?
Yes, it's very important for me because people name is the first thing they introduce their self to you.
Themselves. They introduce
Themselves to
themselves, they
you
introduce
is
themselves to you.
yes, is their identity, and I and I very respect
I respect a
some
lot. Không có very
res
respect nha. Không very còn ta
I
còn động từ
res
đó nè. Don't use
I
very plus a
respect
verb, okay? I respect a
I
lot.
I
Let's
respect
say
a
I
lot.
respect them a lot.
I respect them a lot.
Okay.
And will very and I will be happy if someone remember my names at the first time I reveal myself to them.
Okay. I see. So, Miss Strand, do you think it's important to remember people's name?
For me, remembering people's names is definitely important, especially in building and maintaining relationships. It shows my respect to them, and also that I value the
I
uh,
value, I value.
I value the connection with them. If I spontaneously forget their name, uh, people may think that did uh, I
I do not
I
respect them.
I does not pay attention in the conversation, and plus uh, if I calling people by their name, it's also help me to
It also
interact.
helps me to.
It also helps me to remind the story and connect with them faster than calling them randomly.
I see. I see. Now, so Miss Strand, please, how do you feel when people can't or cannot remember your name? Is it something that is
Mm.
offensive? It doesn't make you feel sad or something like that?
I think it's understandable for people may forget my name, especially for foreign people, or in the situation that I just met them for 1 or 2 times, and I don't feel offensive at all. Even I can make a
You
joke.
mean you don't feel offended at all?
I
Be
I don't feel
careful, because
offended.
this is how you feel. You need to use offended, but
Uh,
offensive is when you describe the nature of something.
I see.
It's like passive or active adjective, you know, giống tính từ bị động chủ động ấy. Yeah,
Okay.
right.
I don't feel offended at all. I even can make a joke to make them remember my name easier. But if some people they keep forgetting my name, so I think it's a little bit embarrassing for me.
I see. How about you, Trúc? How do you feel when people cannot remember your name?
I think that my names is easy to remember, but if people cannot remember my names, because they don't really want to remember, it's made me feel offense.
How does it make you feel? How does it make you feel?
Offense.
Offended, you mean?
Offended. Yes.
Offended.
Offended. Because name is the first thing other people introduce themselves to you, and it's very important to remember it if they really want to keep communicating with them.
I see your point now. Okay, I see. So, Miss Drew, please, do any names have special meanings in your country? Like, for example, your name means bamboo, right? It's like a tree, a beautiful tree. Miss Zhang's name means beautiful. Of course, most of the people who has the name Zhang, I realize they are quite good looking. Yes. So, Miss Drew,
Yes.
please, do any names have special meanings in your country?
Oh, I don't know what names have special meanings in my country. I just think that every name means have a meanings. They usually symbols their parents.
Symbolize. They usually symbolizes.
They usually symbolize their parents' expectation entrusted
Symbolize something.
to their children, such
Expectations,
as
right?
just as such as name nhắn.
Yes, what about it?
It means their parents want their children grow up to be a good people, for example. And many names have a beautiful meanings.
Okay, I see. How about you, Tran? Do any names have special meanings in your country?
I think most of Vietnamese names have meaningful stories behind, especially the name usually is a metaphor of parent expectation for the children.
Expectations, right?
Expectation for the children. I think an interesting last name of Vietnamese is Nguyen. It's like a signature of Vietnamese last name. When you see some people with the last name Nguyen, you immediately recognize they are from Vietnam.
Exactly. There's no other way. Nguyen can also be a first name too, for a unisex first name, because you can see men and women with the name Nguyen, you know. It's a unisex first name, just like the name Phương is a unisex first name, because you can see both males and females with that name. Anyway, so let's move on to, okay, so we're done with this one. Let's try another topic, part 1. So let's try 53, happy things. So Miss Trang, is there anything that made you feel happy lately?
For me, recently at my age, I think
You're not that old. You're like, at my age, I'm like, wow, you must be really old. Because only old people say at my age, you know? Ở cái tuổi của tôi.
Tại ở đây
Like,
có chút là
oh my
có
God.
chút là
But
trẻ.
you're not that old. Come on, you're not that old. I'm the oldest
Okay.
here. I'm 34 already. Come on. I should be the one saying at my age. Oh,
Okay.
oh my
So
God.
for me, the thing make me feel happy recently is that the achievement that I try hard to do. For example, like I try to learn on trading, financial trading a lot, and the result of my trading, it turns out go as my plan and beyond my target. So it's a little happy thing for me.
Mm-hmm. I see. Right. So, Miss Trúc, how about you? Is there anything that made you feel happy lately?
Oh, I'm not ambitious person, so I don't have many things to expect. But
Expect, you mean
every
expect.
expect
Expect.
expect.
To
So
expect.
to expect.
Mm-hmm.
So every time after a long hard working,
A
go home
hard
and
working day, you mean?
working day, yes,
Mm-hmm.
go home and miss my family members. They are well and healthy. That's my happy. And recently, my my uh, my cousin, my cousin, uh, cháu ở này, my
My
cousins,
cousins, yeah.
my yes,
Cousins. Mm-hmm. Cousins.
my cousin, uh, he's growing up, and that's also my happiness.
Mm-hmm. I see. Hmm. Okay, so Trúc, what do you think? Okay, what made you happy when you were little? Like when you were a little girl, what made you
Oh,
happy?
when I was
When I was a little girl, yeah.
but yes, I heard that, oh, I could hang out with my friends uh every uh every day and all day, because I love going out for outdoor activities. When I was a little girl, I was very uh active, but but uh but now I'm not. I I thought that can go could go out all day and is was the best thing ever.
Hmm.
Even that I forgot to eat, and my mother had to force me go home.
Forced me to go home.
For me to go home. Just a little thing I remember that make me very happy.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Right. Okay. How about you, Tran? So what do you think will make you happy in the future?
I think going forward, um, there's many things can make me happy, like a happy family, um, and I can buy a small house, uh, and foster my happy family, and I can take care of my parents and my younger brother well, and we enjoy every moment together. So I think that's those little things will make me happy.
I see. How about, okay, so what made you happy when you were little, Miss Tran?
When I was a little girl, I think my mind was very simple. My mom
My mother.
my mother just make a delicious meal can make me happy all day.
That can make me happy.
That
That
can
could make me happy.
that could make me
But
that could make
relative clauses.
okay that could make me happy all day, or it's just a small surprising gift, uh like a delicious milk or delicious sweet that I could enjoy and laugh all day with my mother.
I see. I see. So, Miss Triples, when do you feel happy at work? Why?
Oh, I feel happy as well when I finish all my work early and I have a little free time for private uh, stuff, such as listen some music
Listen
and
to some music, right?
listen to some music or just relax
Music.
at my
To some music.
music or
Listen
just
to some
relax.
music. Or
Listen to some music or just to relax at my deck.
relax.
Relax at my deck.
Relax at what? Say again?
Relax at my desk.
Desk. And relax
Desk.
at your desk.
Yes,
I
at
see.
my deck.
Desk. Desk.
Desk.
Mhm.
And of course, if you of course after finish an important deadline,
Mhm.
I will feel very happy because I can have a day off without feeling guilty.
Mhm. I see. Right. So, Miss Trang, do you really, when do you feel happy at work? Why? I don't think you ever feel happy at work, right?
There are some moments that I feel really happy when I achieve the target, and it's actually can generate into my bonus or salary, and
Bonus. Cool.
bonus and salary. And I think it's even happier when I can share my successful project to my customers and my line managers and get the recognition from them.
The recognition.
Yeah.
I see. Now, so, Miss Trang, do you feel happy when buying new things? This is something that people often do, just to feel less stressed out.
I do think I do feel happy when I when I buy new thing. Um, Actually, I'm a shopaholic. So when
A
I get
shopaholic, that will
a
be costly,
shopaholic.
very costly indeed.
So when I stressed, hay là get stressful thầy?
When I get stressed, when I get stressed out,
Yeah.
when I
When
get
I do,
stressed out, or when I feel when I am stressed out. Let's just say that.
yeah.
When I am stressed out.
When I am stressed out, I
When I am
usually
stressed out, stressed out,
stressed
stressed out, stressed out.
stressed out, stressed
When
out.
I am stressed out.
When I am stressed out, I usually go shopping online or offline at store, and then the feeling when I buy something is I think it's a short-term happiness for me,
Mhm.
and it have me relax for some short moments, and then when I go shopping that over budget, it's kind of a regret moment
Of
later.
course. Completely regret, right? I wouldn't recommend that, you know. Very, very costly mistake. Okay, anyway, so Trúc, how about you? Do you feel happy when buying new things? I don't think you will be happy when you move out because there will be so many things to bring and it's extremely tiring when you own a lot of things and you don't need them all, you know?
You know, many people feel happy when buying new things, and so do I. But I believe that just temporary happiness,
Mhm.
because a new thing will become all things. And I usually buy new things because I need it,
Because I need them, right?
because I need them. And I think that uh, if you find happy when
Find happiness.
buying
If you find
find
happiness.
happy when you find happiness when buying new thing, that just like a love cycle,
Mhm.
and and uh and it's better and better. You should find some things is really meaningful to make you happy,
Meaningful, fall.
meaningful meaningful to make you happy.
Okay. Right, I see. So, Miss Strang, do you think people are happy when buying new things?
I think most of people are happy when they are buying new things, especially the uh, in the current consumerism culture
Mhm.
that government, companies, uh, the peer pressures encourage people to buy things to make them feel happy, to make them feel proud about themselves, proud of themselves. So I think buying something can make people happy, but it's a temporary choice, and I believe the true happiness is that uh,
True
people
happiness is when
sharing.
you give people, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
How
what I feel too, because I often give people stuff. Sorry, don't use the word stuff in IELTS, okay? I often feel happy when I give people items that I don't own anymore, that I don't want to own anymore. That is, how can I say, a good attitude, I think. And it truly makes me happy when I give people. So I don't know what you think, Miss Rang, what do you think?
yeah, I think sharing is one of the, how say, sharing is sharing is receiving. I think so.
Exactly. Sharing
Mm,
is receiving. It means that you will eventually receive something, and
mm,
that something is happiness. That thing cannot be bought, you know, không thể mua được. You cannot buy happiness.
yeah.
Well, yeah, at least temporarily, you can buy happiness by eating ice cream and chocolate, yes. But a long term, I don't think you would feel happy. But if you give people items, I think you would feel happier, I think. Once I was in Hungary and there was a summer day and I bought an ice cream from a lady. Suddenly, I uh, I accidentally spilled the ice cream on the floor, and I was very sad. And I decided to buy a new ice cream from the exact same lady. To my surprise, she gave me a new ice cream cone for free. And I was shocked by her kindness. And it looks to me that she herself is a happy person because she is the one selling ice cream, the one that sells happiness to people, you know. And also she might feel that by giving away, she received happiness. And that is very, how can I say, priceless. Vô giá đấy. That's a priceless thing. So what do you think, Mr. Do you think people are happy when buying new things?
Many people are happy when buying
People
new
hay people hả? Many
and
people.
many
Many
people
people.
many people nowadays are happy when buying new things, which was not about uh, they need them.
It's not about a need
New
them, but
yes, new things are more such as luxury things make them feel happy because they can show what they have, just as their just uh, such as they show how rich they are,
okay.
and other are happy when buying new thing because they easily to feel bored.
They can easily feel bored.
Feel bored. New thing make them happy, and so they keep buying with our thinkings that they can afford it or not. I I think because the consume consumerism
Of course,
make
that's
people
strictly consumerism.
make
You know,
people encourage people
encourage,
encourage
encourage, that
encourage
encourage people to
encourage people buy goods and service more and more.
I see.
It's
Anything else?
yes, it's to be honest,
Honest, to be
to be
honest.
to be honest, is good for nation's economic for national economy,
For the national
but
economy, yeah.
economy, yes, but for a long time, for a long term, it's have a bad
Okay.
effect on young people because they usually spend their money for more than they can earn.
Okay. That's a nice thing to say. Now,
Yes.
so let's go to part 2 and part 3 now. We are done with this one. Now, let me choose randomly. Here, I'll use, okay, let's do 79. Describe a person who impressed you most when you were in primary school. Miêu tả một người mà đã gây ấn tượng cho bạn nhiều nhất khi bạn từng ở trong trường cấp 1. You should say who he or she is, how you knew him or her, làm thế nào bạn biết được người này. Why he or she impressed you most. Be careful. Not impressed the most, but impressed you most, okay? Here the question say why he or she impressed you most. Okay. Tại sao người này lại gây ấn tượng cho mình nhiều nhất? How you felt about him or her. Mình cảm thế nào về cái người này. And then part 3 about impression, I think. Or no, this one is about primary schools and school days, you know. Cái part 3 này nó nói về trường cấp 1 và các loại trường học. Why do people always miss their childhood? Their childhood. Tại sao con người ta luôn luôn nhớ cái thời mà còn con nít của họ, cái thời mà còn ấu thơ của họ? Okay, think about the memories. Hãy nghĩ về những cái ký ức, những ký ức xưa. Think about the time when life were much easier, when life was carefree, when they can be carefree without anything to worry about, you know, because food is provided, entertainment is provided, they just have to study. Then life was much more easier, you know, in their childhood. But when they start working, they have to care about supporting themselves. They have to care about feeding their children. They have to care about paying the bills. They have to care about paying the bank. A lot of things, you know. So that's my story. So, but that's just my ideas. Now, is there anything else? There could be other reasons when they miss their childhood. Maybe they miss some old memories, old people that they met when they were younger. Maybe. All right, so next question. Are children happier than adults? Why? Trẻ nhỏ có hạnh phúc hơn là người lớn không? Tại sao? Well, it depends on a lot of cases, you know, depends on what family you're from. What kind of family background you're from. Mình đến từ cái background gia đình như thế nào? Giống như là cái gia đình, cái nền tảng gia đình như thế nào, family background. It depends on like their financial status, you know. Financial status nó gọi là trạng thái tài chính của người đó như thế nào. Of course, money can be a huge issue that can make people happy or unhappy, you know. Right. And there are other factors that can make people happy or unhappy. It includes bad experiences in life, những cái trải nghiệm xấu trong cuộc sống. Is it good, and of course good experiences in life as well. And it also depends on what else? What can you say? Well, it also depends whether they have children or have pets. You know, people say that people so often say that having children makes you happier, but I don't think so. It depends a lot, you know. All right, so next question. Why do people still remember many of their friends from primary schools? Tại sao con người ta vẫn nhớ nhiều cái người bạn từ hồi cấp 1 vậy? You know how they say? They say that primary school friends are real friends because they don't try to mock you, they don't try to compare you to others, they don't try to eliminate you, something like that. But secondary schools or high schools, everything is just different, you know. People become much more, how can I say, hostile, easy to attack others. They become much more hostile. I think it's because of puberty, you know. Tuổi dậy thì. So primary school days, everyone were much more, how can I say, innocent. Innocent and not guilty. Vô tội. Everyone was innocent, and they come to each other, you know, it's like they're real friends. They talk to each other without any intention, you know. But for high school, secondary schools, people come to each other with intentions, with a lot of different intentions, and a lot of them is not good. Like, for example, they come to each other for food. They come to each other because someone is richer. They come to each other because someone studied better. It's like there are some kind of gains, you know. Tìm đến nhau bởi vì có cái gì đó được lợi lộc gì đó từ người khác. It's because of gains. It's not because of pure. It's not because of pure friendship, you know. Không phải là vì tình bạn thuần túy đâu. Well, that's how secondary schools and high schools can be, you know. I still remember the days when it just really weird, you know. in secondary schools. Anyway, friends from primary schools, they come to each other like very purely because they like you, for example, because they like your personality, for example, not because they want to gain something from you, you know. It's pure friendship. That's what I think. I'm not so sure what you think about this one. Anyway, what kinds of primary school teachers impress students? Những loại người giáo viên trường cấp 1 nào gây ấn tượng cho học sinh, sinh viên, gây ấn tượng cho học sinh? So think about what they can do, how they wear, how they talk, and the way they deal with issues is cái cách mà họ đương đầu với những vấn đề. And then you can give examples of that, you know. Okay, let's have some time to think. All right, so let's describe a person who impressed you most when you were in primary school, please. Mr. Please, can you start first?
Yes. Until now, I still remember the names of my first grade teacher. Her name is Nga. She was a very strict but dedicated teacher. When I was a little girl, because I am left-handed.
No, you're left-handed.
Yes, I found it very difficult to write with my right hand. When I was first class, I was forced to do this, and she often punished me by hitting the palms of my hand with a ruler when I didn't practice writing hardly. But she also was
Hardly? Are you
patient.
sure hardly?
Hard,
It's not the right word.
hard.
Hard
Writing
enough.
hard.
When I didn't
Yes.
practice writing hard enough.
Hard enough. But she was patient in guiding me for its letter. And I'm very grateful to her because although I still can write beautifully, because I found it very hard to write by the hand you don't
write by hands, right?
by right hand. At least I have learned a lot of knowledge and felt the love of a teacher toward her student.
I see. Right. Okay, good enough. Miss Tran, please describe a person who impressed you most when you were in primary school, please.
When I was in primary school, there was a friend that I've never forget. His name is Trung. He was my classmate for 4 years, and he was also my main competitor as well as my
main competitor.
main competitor as well as my best friend. We started to talk to each other in grade 4 when he tried to challenge my math answer without hesitation. I was impressed by him because at the beginning I thought that all competition happened because he didn't like me. It turned out that he really liked to be my friend, and he had
that's just his way. That was just his way to show that to impress you, right?
Yeah, and he has a positive attitude. I feel very lucky. I felt very lucky when I found a good friend like him because we are the weirdest children in the class that have some weird thought about many things, but we can answer the questions at the end of the day. So we and in the final entrance test to the secondary school, we were also the only ones can answer the hard questions. So I feel like we kind of synchronize feeling.
Mhm.
So that's the person that I impressed a lot when I was in high school, so primary school.
When I was in primary school, I see. So, Miss Tripoli, so why do people always miss their childhood?
Many people always miss the childhood. I think because it's for them, childhood is the most beautiful time in their life. We don't have people don't have to face the complex issues of life and the responsibilities of adulthood. We are grow up in the loving care and protection of our parents.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that people who born in a happy family,
Mm-hmm. Who were
their
born and
children,
raised in a happy family.
yes, their children could be very valuable and
Valuable.
memorable.
Memorable. Anything else? Hello? Mr.
Uh,
Is there anything else?
uh, no, but just microphones is too
You sound
nhỏ quá thầy
far
ơi,
away.
Nó bị nhỏ hay sao? Is there anything?
Yeah.
nhỏ nhỏ.
Oh, it's too tiny. I mean, you sound not so loud, I say. All right, would you like to continue? Okay, Mr. Please continue, please. You were talking about like the days when primary school, so the children are well fed by their parents, protected by their parents, and then something else. Yeah?
Uh, so for many people, childhood was uh very memorable
Memorable,
because
memorable.
memorable because uh when people was a little kids,
A little
they
child, a little child.
a
When
little
people were
child,
little child, well,
a
or you
little
could say when
child.
people were little children. So nhiều children.
Yes, when people was a little when people was little children, they were more free and happy than they are in their adulthood. A little child can do everything without thinking about the bad influence. Their
Okay.
parents will protect them and teach them in a very con- in a very soft way. But when people grow up and they have to face problems alone,
Alone. O-N.
alone, alone, it's sometimes very hard and have to pay a expensive price for every experience
Mm-hmm.
or lessons.
Mm-hmm. I see. Okay, so Miss Trúc, please. So Miss Trang, please. So why do people always miss their childhood? What do you think?
I think people always reminisce about their childhood because that for them that's one of the most beautiful periods in their lives. Childhood is a carefree time that people get that people don't need to work. People can get away from responsibilities and stresses of adult life. uh, Children only focus was children only focus on study and friends and there's a full of curiosity and curiosity and simple happiness when people was children.
When people were children.
When people were children. And the second thing is that when people grow older, uh, they have to uh, take care of sorry. And when people grow older, they usually lost a lot of friends, good friends, or lost their beloved people that they used to have a lot of good memory uh, in when they was when they were a children.
When they were children.
When they were children.
I see.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, Mr. Please, are children happier than adults? Why?
I think that children are happier than adults because children don't have to be responsible
Responsible.
for many things like adults, such as responsible for their own life. When you were a child, your children, your parents will your parents take care of you and raise you in raise you every time you took a mistake, they will teach and forgive you. But when you grow up, every
When you grow up.
mistake when
Yeah.
you grow up, every mistake have to pay and
Have to
rise.
be paid. Every mistake has to be paid a high price.
Had to be paid a high price.
Exactly. It's not easy, you know.
It's I can say that it's not easy to be mature.
Okay.
And children have and and way to abroad life more beautiful than adult. A little child can explore many new things with a very open mind. When you adult, many things to think of, many things to worry.
There
So
are many things to worry about.
there
Okay.
are many things to worry about. That make you have less time for explore beautiful things.
For exploration, yeah.
Is for explorations, many beautiful things around you, just as so when you were a little child, you have time to go out just for just for a walk, just for a walk. Um, But now, when you grow up and
When you grew up,
become, yeah, when you grow up, you go out for working, dance, go out for just explore something new, and you don't have time for this because you have much many things to worry.
Many things to worry about.
Yes, many things to worry about.
Okay,
And
so Miss Trúc, so why do people still remember many of their friends from high schools? Oh, sorry, from primary schools then?
I think that people still remember many of their friends from primary school. I also remember some people, and even I remember their names carefully. This name because when you were a child and
When you
you
were
start
children,
your when you were children, you start your first time in your
you started in the past. Okay, past tense, past tense, past tense. You started what?
You started you started your first time in school. That's very that's people who you met first, met on depth impressions in your life.
I
And
see.
of course, primary school or primary school was a memorable time.
Of course, very memorable time. What makes it memorable then?
You make many friends with very pure intentions. Just make fun to have fun together.
Okay.
Good. Not not for others intentions, such as open your open your relation open your relationship for money, for work position, for work position, or anything else. Just make fun to have fun, and that made your friendships was very pure. And
That what makes your friendship pure. That what makes
pure,
your friendship pure.
that's make your friendship pure.
Okay. Okay, so what do you think, Trang? Why do people still remember many of their friends from high school, from primary school?
Many people still remember their friends from primary school because the friendship in primary school is pure. Their friends is really care about themselves, and they share their interest, share their meals, share everything without intention and gains. Those are those are innocent relationship, and that led to many remarkable memory, enjoyable memory for those people. and and it's for me it's like how to say, and in my opinion it's like a relief for adult people when they think when they recall about their childhood friends comparing to their current friends like colleges, high school friends, or university friends that people usually come to each other for purpose,
Mhm.
and sometimes it can cause uh, some price if people don't pay enough attention or careful.
Mhm. I see. Right. Okay. So, Miss Tran, please. So, what kinds of primary school teachers impress students?
What kind of translation? Um, in, in my opinion, um, in primary school, the teachers that really care about children personality, children how say disadvantages would be impress student
Would impress
because
students. The
would
teachers who
impress
care about the disabled people, the disabilities of students, the people who care about the teachers who care about the shortcomings. You know the word shortcomings, right?
shortcoming.
Shortcomings are actually
Literally,
disadvantages.
shortcoming.
The
Okay.
shortcomings or the bad points of their
Okay.
students, of course, and try to help them.
Mm,
And I want to impress students.
yeah. So there's a many teacher. They have a lot of
Passion,
passion,
passion. Mhm,
passion, passion, passion for teaching.
mhm,
They are resilient to uh, children that don't listen to them
mhm,
and try to understand their
mhm.
story and persuade
And
them
then
to
persuade them to.
persuade them to uh, adjust their behavior. So and and there are some teacher that they have flexibility and have how to say
Flexibility and compassion. I think compassion is important. Compassion is a thương cảm.
compassion.
So, I think compassion. How do you? I can't go on my internet browser because of bad internet. Okay, but compassion means like you do have a love for humans. You love for their struggles, and you don't just laugh at their misfortune. Những điều kém may mắn người khác thì họ vẫn cảm thấy là thương cảm cho những điều đó. So with power compassions, they feel for the misfortunes of the others. And yes, can you continue?
Yeah, they are compassion, but uh, muốn sao ta, có nghĩa là
Yes.
cái người đó ờ, compassion nhưng mà vẫn có nghĩa là cứng rắn á.
But they're still, how can I say,
Ờ,
um, no, not rigid, not rough. What's the word?
ờ, strong.
But they're still strong enough.
Yeah,
They're
they are
still
still strong.
assertive. No, not. Let's use
Uh,
the word assertive. Kiên
but they
định.
are still assertive to guide the children that have the tough head like me to adjust myself and go back to the right way.
To the right
So
path, right? To go into the right path, right?
the right path,
The
right
right
path,
path.
the right path, the right path.
Oh, that sounds just like me. Oh, wow, that just sounds like me, to be honest, yeah. I am quite patient with students, though. People have to always agree that I am very patient. with students. Now, anything else?
So and the last thing is that the teacher that have the creative way to deliver the lesson that can trigger children interest and their creativity and make them feel uh, um, want make them feel eager to learn. So those are uh, primary teacher that can be unforgettable.
Yeah, that will be unforgettable. That can impress students. Exactly. All right. So, Mr. Please. So, what kinds of primary school teachers impress students?
I I believe that uh, teachers who kind and caring will make student have a make student feel comfortable and happy when they work with. When children first encounter the outside world beyond their home,
Outside world.
outside world beyond their home, they often feel shy and easily scared of.
Easily
So
scare of strangers.
yes.
Anything else?
And caring teachers will be very good to make comfortable connections between teacher and children. But sometimes being too gentle can make children disobedient. A true
It makes
teacher
be disobedient, right?
disobedient. A true teacher in the right time will be better. You know, children are naturally curious and and easily to be uh this
Distracted? You mean
this
distracted?
detract. So teachers with many fun activities and guides are learning in a comfortable and enjoyable ways will attract their attracts their attentions attentions. And of course, above of that, a teacher
all,
with
yes.
love, yes, above all, a teacher with love, really love for their student will take on good impressions.
You make a good impression. To make a good
Yes,
impression
to
on
make a good impressions on their student memory.
That's very well. That's good. That's good enough. All right, let's move on to next topic. Let's try something from say 80. Let's try 80. One moment. This is 79, right? This is 80. Okay, describe a time when you waited for something special that would happen. Miêu tả một thời điểm mà bạn đã chờ cái gì đó đặc biệt để nó diễn ra. Be careful. Past tense. Past tense. You should say what you waited for. Lúc đó bạn chờ cái gì vậy? Where you waited. Bạn chờ ở đâu? Why it was special. Tại sao điều đó là đặc biệt? Explain how you felt when you were waiting. Giải thích là bạn cảm thấy thế nào khi mà bạn lúc đó đang chờ. And so part 3. On what occasions? On what occasions? On what occasions do people usually need to wait and why? Ở những cái dịp nào con người ta thường cần phải chờ? Tại sao vậy? Who behave better when waiting? Children, adults. Ai hành xử tốt hơn khi mà phải chờ, trẻ nhỏ hay người lớn? Compared, nếu được so sánh. Compared to the past, are people less patient now? Why? Nếu được so sánh với quá khứ, con người con người ta bây giờ có ít kiên nhẫn hơn không? Tại sao không? Tại sao? Alright, it depends on the fields. It depends on what you think. It depends on what they are patient about, right? It depends on what they are patient at or about. Like to be patient at teaching their children, I don't think so. They are much less patient now, I think. That's why they send their children to schools a lot. I understand that. But I think people are much more patient when it comes to earning money these days, you know. Con người ta bây giờ người ta kiên nhẫn hơn nhiều trong quá trình kiếm tiền luôn á. Back then, people in the past, they did not, they won't try to endure the stress of work that much compared to now, I think. But these days, with KPI, you know, with stress, with a lot of deadlines in workplace, people are much more patient when it comes to working to earn money, I think. Maybe people are much more patient, much less patient when it comes to social relationships, including like love. You know, people are much more easier to get married or divorce. Dễ cưới, dễ ly hôn hơn, maybe. And I think, however, in general, I think people are much less patient, but I'm not so sure. What do you think? Now, next question and the last one here. What are the positive and negative effects of waiting on society? Cái tác động tích cực và tiêu cực của chuyện chờ đợi lên trên xã hội là gì? Think about what waiting can teach people. Cái chuyện chờ đợi nó dạy con người ta điều gì? Think about what qualities it can help to foster nuôi dưỡng good qualities, to foster good qualities in human. If someone is patient, that's a mark of maturity. Một cái dấu hiệu của sự trưởng thành đó chính là patient đó. Yep, that's a mark of maturity. How about well, waiting can make people wait for the right moment to act. Wait for the right moments to act. So they may make a wiser decision. They may make wiser decisions and make less mistakes as a result, I think, because they have to spend time to think carefully. And how about the negative effects of waiting? Well, waiting can actually decrease productivity, of course. Nó giảm sức lao động sản xuất, decrease productivity. It also decrease, what's it called? People can do much more things if they don't have to wait that much. Of course, that is productivity for you. What else? And waiting can, not all waiting leads to good thing. You know, đâu phải cái chờ đợi nào cũng đem đến hạnh phúc, đem những điều đẹp đẽ đâu. Well, sometimes they have to wait in vain, you know. Wait in vain, chờ đợi vô vọng. Chờ đợi móc mỏ luôn á. Chờ đợi vô vọng móc mỏ luôn á. Sometimes it happens. And it can make people very angry, very anxious, very angry. Okay. You work on this one, okay? Some time to think now. This one now. Okay, so Miss Tran, please describe a time when you waited for something special that would happen.
a time I
There was a
vivid-
time. There was a
there
time.
was a time that I vividly remember waiting for something special was when I wait for university acceptance result. At that time, I applied for several schools, and my university was top of my wish list. Uh, I was at home and tried to refresh the browser every second to wait to wait for the result. The wait was grammatical grammatical
Dramatically.
grammatic grammatic uh
Wait,
li-
the weight was what?
the wait was what was
Dramatic?
dramatic.
You mean dramatic?
Yeah, was dramatic time because it
Why?
was
Why was it dramatic?
yeah
Dramatic means like something that is a lot of sudden changes and it makes people feel bad or feel anxious or very angry.
yeah
I
this
think the right word you're trying to say is the wait. There was a long wait, very long wait.
uh,
Is that what I'm trying to say?
dạ không phải. The ways were special for me because it were uh, the uh, the result for my 3 years of hardworking study, and my parents put a lot of pressures and expectation on me. So at that time, it was a roller coaster of emotion. I was anxious and
Anxious.
anxious. Yeah, I was anxious as all of my friends got the result, but I didn't got it. I didn't get it yet, and every minute
So
felt.
I hadn't got it yet because I
I
hadn't
hadn't
got it yet. Quá khứ hoàn thành, past perfect because I
uh,
hadn't
I
got it yet.
hadn't got it yet. Uh, I hadn't got it yet, and at the end, I got acceptance, and I never forget.
I got accepted.
I got acceptance. I got acceptance, and I never forget my.
I got accepted.
I got accepted. I got accepted,
Mhm.
and I never forget my parents' laugh at that time. So
Mhm.
that's the unforgettable wait in my life.
Mhm. Okay, Miss Trúc, please describe a time when you waited for something special that would happen.
Yes. I remember that at that time I'm waiting for the job interview result. The interview result usually come very quickly. It just within 1 to 2 days. But this time is quite that's was quite different. I remember that I had just returned home about 2 to 3 hours after the interview. Then I received the news that I had passed. I was I was very happy because this was the job I had found after 2 months of being at home without working.
Mhm.
Because the COVID-19, my previous company
My
had
previous
closed
company.
had had closed suddenly, so I didn't have any chance to prepare for finding a new job. At first, I was very confused and felt difficult, but after after a long time finding on job website on website for job applies. I found
Job application, you mean?
job applications. I found my new job. At that time, I was happy because that's just as a lie at the lie at the at the
At the end of the tunnel, the
at
light
the
at
end
the
of the
end of the
tunnel.
tunnel. Ánh sáng ở
The
cuối đoạn
light,
đường. The light at the end of the
light,
tunnel.
yes,
The light at the
just
end of the tunnel.
the light at the end of the tunnel. For me, and I believe that for many people like me in that time, a job in a job just happens like that, like
Yes.
like a savior.
It's like a savior, yeah.
Yes.
It's not savior. A savior is a person. But what you're talking about is
Right.
salvation.
Salvations.
Salvation.
Salvations.
Sự cứu cánh. Sự cứu rỗi, sự cứu cánh.
Salvations.
It's salvation. Salvation.
Salvations.
A savior. A savior is someone who helps you, who saves you. Đấng cứu thế. Savior. Okay. So, Ms. Tran, please, on what occasions do people usually need to wait and why?
People often need to wait for various events or occasions such as job interview, result job interviews, or how say the result of the exam, the medical appointments, or some special occasions like weddings or music concerts. I think waiting and get in the line is an important process because it's allow people to have enough time to repair, to organize for the good result, and to filter what is the best candidate, or what is the best arrangement for those occasion.
Okay, good enough. So, Ms. Trúc, please, on what occasion do people usually need to wait and why?
Talking about occasions, people usually need to wait. First thing come to my mind is line for payment when shopping at the supermarkets, when buying food or drinks, or when going for a medical checkup in hospital. As times it's quick, as times it's long. So usually when people going for a medical checkup, we people always have to line up and wait until their turn. So many people tend to go early to sell a spot. And I think that the cultures of lighting up in and waiting in our country is still lacking. Many people cut in line, and sometimes they
jump the queue.
They queue
They
because
jump
of
the
this.
queue.
They jump a queue.
Nhảy hàng. They jump the queue. Yep, nhảy hàng. Chính xác. Anything else?
Sometimes when you buy fruits or greens when the store is not crowded, then no need to wait. But if there are many customers like you, the the wait is usually very long. Sometimes take hours, and many people will find impatience.
Okay, good enough. So, Miss Trúc, please, who behave better when waiting? Children or adults?
I believe that adults will behave better when waiting because we more patience than children. Children's words, children are easily to be distracted and they are very curious. Hard for them to stand to stand in a spot to stand in a line. They usually go around when they feel bored, and of course, getting a line and waiting is very boring. It's very boring.
Okay. Of course, it's super boring, but then you should expand. Like normally, people think that children are much less patient compared to adults when it comes to waiting. But wait until you see. If someone had to go to the toilet, they are extremely impatient, you know. Thử một người nào đó phải chạy vào toilet coi sao họ có kiên nhẫn nổi không. You know, it depends on a lot of cases. Cái quan trọng đây là mình phải tách ra thành nhiều trường hợp. You need to split into different cases then. So what Miss Tran, what do you think? Who behave better when waiting, children or adults?
I think generally, adults tend to behave better when waiting compared to children. Adults usually have more patience and self-control and understand the society rules that have them to stay in the line and wait for their turn. Children, on the other hand, may get overexcited and impatient, stay in the lines. But I think there are some special cases like you said that people have to go to the restroom or there's some urgency
It's emergency.
emergency
Exactly, emergency.
Emergency cases. Both children and adults would behave the same based on nature instinct.
It's our natural instinct.
A natural instinct.
Bản năng tự nhiên của chúng ta. Is that what you're trying to say? It's natural instinct. I think maybe people just use the word instinct, you know, because instinct means something that comes with us. We don't have to learn. It's actually something that we have when we were born. So it is natural. So you should not use the word natural instinct, I think. Just use the word instinct, okay? Chứ dùng instinct là đủ rồi. Không có phải natural instinct đâu. Bản năng nó vốn là nó tự có con người mà khi mình sinh ra mà, cho nên vốn nó tự nhiên là nó có rồi. Alright, so yeah, you're right. So Miss Tran, compared to the past, are people less patient now, and why?
Mm, in my opinion, people today maybe less patient compared to people in the past, because the first reason is that people today uh, they get they get used to with the fast pace of
They're so used to, they got used to the fast pace of life, right?
yeah, they got used to with the fast pace of life, and time become more precious. Cái từ
Time
quý
become precious.
Time become precious, so they need
Precious. Mắc tiền,
precious.
thời gian trở thành gì đó quý giá lắm.
So so they try to get everything quickly, and usually get easier to complain when they need to wait, uh, and um, and for people in the past, they if when they get a well education, they
When they
can
get a good education,
when they get a good education, they can they refer to way and get in the line, and more patient.
I see. What do you think, Mr. Compared to the past, are people less patient now, and why?
In my opinion, nowadays people are less patient than people in the past.
Past.
In the past.
In the
In the
past.
past.
Mhm.
Because there are many tasks to do. Many people think that if they didn't have to wait, they could finish many other useful tasks.
Mhm.
However, sometimes every task needs to be done according to a process. For example, in my company, my job is linked to other department work. So to finish my tasks, I need to wait for others to finish their tasks too, and that make me have to wait. But some, but also, but of course, this make me feel impatient.
Very impatient.
Very impatient. But nowadays life is too fast. The rapid development of science and
The
technology.
rapid development of science and
The
technology.
rapid developments of science and technologies made many things easier and quicker. This has created a habit of living fast, and people lack patience.
Big time. People lack patience a lot, yeah. It's easy to see people losing their patience very, very quickly, especially when it comes to the workplace, When they don't get things their way quickly, they become very impatient. And that is quite saddening, to be honest with you, because why? Life should not be enjoyed fast like that, And that is not enjoyable at all. It's stressful, very stressful indeed. So what do you think? Miss Zhang, please. So what are the positive and negative effects of waiting on society?
I think the positive effects of waiting is passion. train people for passion, resilience, and I think that's a important life skill because when you are patient and resilient, you can resilient. It can have a lot in a workplace, and it can give it can give people to make the decision better and make and can make the society become more structured. But the negative effects of waiting is also it can be a cost of opportunity. Sometimes people
giá thành của cơ hội, chính xác. The cost of opportunities. Very good. Giá thành cơ hội, chính xác. The cost of opportunities mean that if you let the opportunity slipped out of your hand because you had to wait for something else, that is money. Exactly. That is a loss of money. Very good. Rất tốt. Anything else?
And there are some and in the current modern life, time is money. The wait that the wait can be meaningless meaningless if the business partner don't respect your time or and let you wait in vain. And also the if people keep waiting, it can make the how say the service and the business effectiveness got delayed.
Okay, so very good. I like your idea. If the business delayed, it leads to very bad productivity, right? Very sluggish, extremely slow, very slow, very sluggish productivity. Sức sản xuất mà nó rất trì trệ. A sluggish productivity. And that is really bad because your company wouldn't survive, if you have to wait a lot. Okay, so Miss Trúc, please, what are the positive and negative effects of waiting on society? Remember, bad and good effects, okay? Both of them. Mình phải nói cả hai cái luôn nha.
In society nowadays.
You mean in the society nowadays?
In the society nowadays, people don't really like waiting for anything, but sometimes you need to wait after you done all you can.
After you have done all you can.
Done all you can. Being impatient can ruin things.
Can ruin
things. I believe that patience is a good characteristic.
Characteristics.
Characteristics.
Characteristic.
Characteristics.
No, characteristic.
Characteristic. I believe that patience is a good characteristic. Thanks to this mentions, people can do things without mistakes. With the mistake. We need time to everything in the right place. And of course, waiting is worth But in another, but on the contrary, also negative effects of waiting. For example, when you need to finish your deadline, but your work linked to others department work, and your college
Colleagues.
college and your college are very slow.
Colleagues.
College,
Co-workers and your colleagues.
college, and your college are very slowly and take more time than usual. It costs you a lot of time to wait without doing anything else, and that's in fact very bad on
That
your
affect what? That affect what?
affect badly.
That affect badly what? Nó ảnh hưởng cái gì nữa chứ? What does
Badly
it
on
affect?
your
No, affect không có nhớ từ nha. There's no preposition after affect. It affects your work. It affects something. Nhưng mà nhớ không? To have an effect on, but affect there's no preposition. Không có nhớ từ của affect đâu nha. Let's try again that sentence. Cố lại lần nữa. Câu nào? It affects what?
And that affect your final result badly. That's and productivity will be influenced in a bad way.
In a bad way. Okay, good enough. All right, I think that's good enough for today now. Okay, try harder, okay? Okay, you can do better.